Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. Time for a new, pretty obscure model. This is the Black Trojan Horse, Gangsuosi. I don't know what that means, but as you can see by the date, this is a very kaiju-fied RX-78, for lack of a better explanation. The red, white, and blue color scheme, which almost makes me wonder if we'll see it at some point in like EVA style colors. It'd be kind of interesting and different. I saw this thing and I'm like, this is kind of funky. And when it comes to funky kits, I just can't resist. Can I get the cover off? I can. All right. And inside, all kinds of goodies. Why did I mention the EVA stuff? Well, that's why. I think there's actually a horned version included, so you can have a V-fin or a horn. But you'll notice that the rest of the design all seems to be the same. Steel Dragon. So you can get kind of a look. It is a very kaiju-esque design. Big claws. The different styled foot compared to a typical RX-78 mobile suit. The tail obviously being a big giveaway. Quick breakdown of the runners. No explanation as to which sprues we need. I always like to see that. Well, it's kind of nice that at least they show the breakdown for the fingers for the right aim unit. Also interesting to see that we have both English and Japanese, as well as Chinese, showing up within here. Weapon choices are interesting. We've got a collapsible gun that you can actually reload. You can attach the beam saber to the rifle. You have these kind of heat blades and then beam blades, as well as a good old beam saber. So, looks pretty straightforward for that particular aspect. A whole lot of decals. I don't know if I want to inflict that on myself right away. This is going to be a 1/100th kit, so just keep that in mind. You can see here. Nice parts, color separation. A lot of translucent pink. Gun's a separate sprue, interesting. And the rest of the inner parts. I almost wonder if it's supposed to have an inner frame. I don't think it is. Nothing else hiding down there at the bottom. So, I mean, honestly, it wasn't the world's most expensive kit, and it doesn't look like it includes a base. If that's a deal breaker for you, I don't know what to say. I mean, at this point in the game of various hobby manufacturers, I mean, it's not an instant sad face for me, but it is kind of annoying. Even a most basic, simple one with just like, you know, some extra centimeters for the diameter just to keep the thing supported in a straight peg would be nice. Doesn't have to be like an action display base, but yeah. Other than that, things look fairly straightforward. No polycaps, but like I said, color separation looks good. Lots of decals, and hopefully an easy build. So let's find out how it goes. You want to find out too? Sit tight. Okay, I got this beast of a model all put together here, and let me tell you, I paid for it in blood, sweat, and tears. Oh my god. It's been a while since I've had to build a model that was this uncooperative and unresponsive about wanting to have its pieces go together. My thumbs are still feeling the wrath of trying to put this guy together days after the fact. I literally took days off of filming things to try to get better. That's how bad this guy was. And the sad thing is, you know, when all is said and done, it's a pretty decent kit. I like it. I wish there was more pronounced, like, ridges, Godzilla-style fins on his back or something. A little bit more. It's like, it's obviously an RX-78 in terms of colors, in terms of presentation. I would have liked to have just seen more, I don't know, of the kaiju elements coming to the forefront. As you can see here, I did go with the V-fin on the head. The jaw here does not like to stay on. I'm sure if I, yep, as you can see, the mouth is supposed to open and close. I'm probably going to have to glue that down. Not that you can really make out the little mouth inside there, but we will have to get that fixed. Maybe even keep it in focus while we do that. In terms of overall joints, things are tight because probably it was such a hassle trying to get everything attached in the first place. The biggest problem areas were definitely going to be in the thighs. They're very large and have very thick pegs on the inside of there that connect everything. Both the top and bottom part of the leg, I mean, like, obviously between the knee area. Getting the tail attached and put together, also a bit of a challenge. I have not had to clamp down on a model as much as I have with this guy in a long time. Really, seriously, truly. Thankfully, the tail doesn't have a wire. It's a bit limited in its terms of movement. But I mean, overall, it's about what you would expect. Is it the most posable piece of plastic out there currently? No. I would definitely say it's not. But, you know, for the price and the size and the overall look of it, it's really not a bad kit. It's able to hold its weapons easily with the little peg here where the blade or gun are going to slot into. So you can see like that. Now, the blades themselves are also interesting in the fact, oh, there went one of them, that they've got some options to them. You have your regular beam blade, saber, but then they have this kind of ridged one as well, which is kind of a neat little touch. But getting, again, the pieces to cooperate with the blades is way more of a hassle. If I can't even, I gotta fight to get the part out. That's right, the yellow piece covers that up. Okay, you can see how I'm struggling with it there. Yeah. So take that for what you will. I'm not the world's weakest person or anything, but if I'm really struggling with it like that, that should say something. So again, I think it's a cool model. It definitely is unique looking. I just would say be aware of what you're getting yourself into if you do want to travel down this road, much like I am. I've seen this thing go for about $30, $35, $40 with shipping, which, you know, for a master grade size model is not the worst. Again, when the 1144th Gundam easy grade barely comes up to his waist, sign it's a pretty good, decent sized kit. You know, and if you have the tools to really work with it, I think that's going to help a lot. I haven't put any of the decals on, and like I said before, I do feel it's a bit of a loss with no base to be included, but they don't even have an attachment point down there for it either, so something to think about. I also wanted to point out really cool, it's got these little pegs where you can attach the blades to. You can't attach the gun to, unfortunately, but they can also mount over here on the back, which kind of reminds me of like a Strike or an Impulse Gundam for some reason. And then you also have these kind of fin turret points that are actually the beam sabers, of which you have extras if you wanted to then mount them on the barrel of the gun. I haven't been able to do that yet. I've fought with it. I think it attaches like right here or something. I did like the fact that the gun can open up and has a little shell inside it. Let's see if I can figure this out. I don't have the instructions in front of me, and I'm really afraid I'm going to end up breaking that, jeez, blade. So like I said, things are tight on this kit. Be aware. Honestly, I don't even know where it goes. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense either. All right, well, maybe it's with this. I think that's supposed to attach somewhere and then the blade goes on. I don't know. I'll let you guys figure it out. But honestly, despite the fact that it really was a bit of a test of strength, it is a cool looking kit, and I do appreciate the fact that I have a kind of unique looking Gundam in my collection. If you don't mind things that are not official, obviously. So, with that said then, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.